Good evening. As you already know, my name is Gary Lake. I'm a past councilman for the Coho Tribe and past vice chairman of the Shasta Nation. It would seem to me that water is the new gold, blue oil, if you will. And there's a lot of discussion about fish. And to me, it seems that these agreements, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I'm speaking with my heart, is basically socioeconomic extermination or soft-genocidal practices against the Shasta people. And under this agreement, or these agreements, the Coho tribes and the Klamath tribes, they split all of the Shasta people's ancestral boundaries and territories and fishing rights and customs and cultures, and everything is divided amongst these other tribes. I would ask one, what is the goal and argument for the Shasta people's future in all of this? And two, I don't understand why a non-indigenous fish is being put ahead of a very long-standing, time-immemorial race of people that have been here, and you're sitting right now in Shasta territory.
Gary, let's go ahead and look at a couple questions there. Who would like to answer Gary's questions?
Gary, could you repeat the first question? I'm not sure I followed.
Sure. Okay. The first question is, basically, I'm hearing arguments for fish. Okay, pretty much this is about fish and water. But I don't hear any arguments about the people that are being basically displaced or kind of wiped out of history because of this process. So I guess the question is, why, and I know that we had kind of briefly touched on this, but I still, after all day long, cannot understand why the Shasta people are not being mentioned anywhere in these agreements. And we know that 128 miles, and all the dams are in Shasta territory.
I'll try.
Tanya, if you could please speak up.
Sorry, I know I'm not very loud. I'm not an archaeologist, but as you know, we have a section 106 of the National Historic Preservation Act.
I can't hear us yet. Speak up, Tanya.
Sorry, so we can make sure that gets fully addressed in the EIS, EIR. So to that extent, I hope that that's my goal for this EIS as far as working with the Shasta people on that.
Right, and thank you, but it still doesn't explain why there's a division of the Shasta lands. I still can't wrap my head around that. Why is the Klamath tribes and the Coho tribe splitting all those fishing rights and all that territory?
And Mark, can you speak up too?
I don't know that this secretarial determination process or NEPA is informed to answer that question. Do you think it is?
I'm trying to get answers anywhere I can because we've been, screaming at the top of our lungs since 2005 at least, and nobody seems to, we're just reaching out to any forum or any group of people that we can, and this is probably the most, honestly, this is the most considerate group that's really responded in the 5 years, that I've been trying to help out the Shastas.
And Gary, I don't have the answers to that. I've heard the Halls speak to this a number of times before in other forums, and I understand in very general terms some of the history, some of the conflict, some of the issues relative to federal recognition or not, and I come away from it thinking this is extremely complex, very felt in the heart by all of these, by each of the parties that's affected. And I don't see that the secretarial determination or NEPA is the place where that's going to be resolved.
Can you point me in that direction somewhere that I could
You know, Mark, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm looking at the time, we have some others. Perhaps that's a conversation you could have with Mark and get some guidance afterwards.
All right, thank you.